Good morning, boys and girls. In today's math lesson, we will be going over how to count by twos, how to count by fives, and along with counting, we will be going over addition and subtraction as well. So let us begin with our lesson by learning to count by twos. When counting by twos, it's something that you will need to know for the rest of your lives. There are two different ways that you can count by twos. There are 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. The other way is by starting with the number 1, as in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. When you count by twos, there are different strategies that you can use. The first way is by adding 2 to the last number. The second way of counting by twos is by skipping every other number. When you start off counting by twos, you will either start on an even or an odd number. When you start on an even number, you will always have an even number in the sequence. When you start on an odd number, you will always begin and end with an odd number, and every number in the sequence will also be an odd number. When counting by twos, what number comes after 8? 12, 14, 10, or 6? The correct answer would be 10. Now we're going to learn to count by fives. When you are counting by fives, every number in each sequence will either end with a 5 or a 0. When you start at 0, the numbers go 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and so on. Every other number is either even or odd. If you have 5 flowers and you add another 5 flowers, how many flowers do you have? 10, 15, 8, or 11? The correct answer would be 10. After learning to count by twos and by fives, learning to add is something we'll all need to know how to do. Addition is the combining of objects or numbers together to make a sum. There are certain terms that are associated with addition. The main term that goes along with addition is the term sum. The sum is an answer to an addition problem. The sign for addition is called the plus sign. If you have 2 balloons and you get two more balloons, how many do you have? Your problem will be set up as 2 plus 2 equals 4. The first arrow shows the plus sign, which is the sign for addition, as mentioned earlier. And the second arrow shows that 4 is the answer to the problem, which is called the sum. So your answer would be 4. If you find 1 flower and you already have 1 flower, how many flowers do you have now? Your problem will be set up as 1 plus 1. Your choices are 3, 0, 2, or 1. The correct answer would be 2. The opposite of addition is subtraction. Subtraction is the act of removing some objects from a group. The meaning of 5 minus 3 equals 2 is 3 objects taken away from a group of 5 objects, 2 objects will remain. Difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. It is also called the remainder. The sign that is designated with subtraction is the minus sign. If you have 4 pennies and you spend 3, how many pennies do you have left to spend? Your problem will be set up as 4 minus 3. Your choices are 4, 2, 0, or 1. The correct answer would be 1. You have 2 bouncy balls, but you lost 2. Now how many do you have left? Your choices are 1, 3, 0, or 2. The correct answer would be 0.